The Fierro Triads are a gang in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, originating from Hong Kong, who have since moved to San Fierro. There are 3 triad factions in San Fierro, consisting of a set hierarchy with small sets answering to larger sets. The most prominent gang in the group, the Mountain Cloud Boys, is operated by the blind Woozy Moo and answers to the Red Gecko Tong. Despite Woozy being blind, he seems to be an experienced driver and shooter. Triad members don all black suits or all gray suits. The Triad gang members appear on the streets in Chinatown, the most northern tip of Kings and Colton Heights in San Fierro. Strangely, they do not appear on Las Venturas streets, even areas surrounding the Four Dragons Casino, although they can be seen on several cutscenes and missions. They usually wield AK-47s and pistols, however in certain missions they can be seen with different guns. The San Fierro Triads gang members are seen driving Elegies, Stratums, and Sultans. The San Fierro Triads are probably based on the Huacheng, one of San Francisco's largest and oldest triad societies. Samuel L. Jackson provided the voice for Frank Tenpenny, a central character and the main antagonist in GTA San Andreas. Frank Tenpenny is a corrupt police officer, and is depicted as a very violent, sadistic, callous, manipulative, and impulsive man. While Tenpenny claims that he supported every gang in the town to took the trash out by having them killing each other, he is actually sided with the drug-dealing Vagos in Ballas to weaken both Aztecas and GSF in order to gain more power and respect from them instead of preventing them from committing more crimes and gain the drug money for his own use. In an article on PC World, Tenpenny was voted as number 35 of the top 47 most diabolical video game villains of all time. In Game Informer, Tenpenny was voted number 2 best villain. Tenpenny could be based on a real corrupt LAPD officer Rafael Perez, who was the center of attention of the Rampart scandal. Tenpenny shares the same first name with Lieutenant Frank Drebin, the clumsy protagonist of the 1982 TV series Police Squad. His junior officer is also named Ed, which shares first names with Drebin's boss Captain Ed Hawken. The San Fierro Rifa is the sole Mexican gang in San Fierro led by T-Bone Mendez. Rifa had strong dislike towards other Mexican gangs in Los Santos, until they joined the narcotics business with Big Smoke and linked up with the Los Santos Vagos. The Rifa and Vagos often deal with each other in narcotics as seen in the mission Wrong Side of the Tracks. The focus of the Rifa is also not based on a gang war with the other San Fierro gangs, but in narcotics business. The only gang the Rifa has a strong dislike to is the Barrios Los Aztecas, who are well away from their territory. The San Fierro Rifa gang members are seen driving stallions, sabers, and blades and listen to the radio station KGH West. The San Fierro Rifa is based on real-life gang the Norteños. During early development of the game, the San Fierro Rifa were supposed to dislike CJ and attack him on sight. The sound files still exist for trashing CJ's car, but none for attacking him. This likely indicates that the idea was cut very early. Rifa members nearly have the same turquoise color bandanas that Barrios Los Aztecas wear, but the Rifa's colors are slightly more vibrant. Area 69 is a highly protected and top-secret government research facility in the heart of Bone County, San Andreas, depicted in GTA San Andreas. Area 69 possesses a large underground complex, which has 3 access points from outside. The underground area features a large number of accessible rooms, including a large launch bay where the jetpack project is located, laboratories, storage areas, control rooms and more areas. A few other rooms can be seen from the accessible parts. The base is a spoof of Area 51 in southern Nevada, but named after the 69 sexual position. The in-game base differs greatly from Area 51, evidenced by the lack of a large runway, smaller overall size, and different layout. There are what appear to be nuclear warheads in the minigun room, which would explain the presence of the launch bay. Outside of the Mission Black project, the interior facility is actually uninhabited. It is only automatically inhabited during the mission. The jetpack is the most rapid means of infiltrating the base, but at the cost of being attacked by SAM sites, even at ground level, as the game considers the jetpack to be an aircraft. The Ballas were originally going to be called the Flats. Unlike the GSF, the Ballas have no reservations about making money by selling drugs. The spread of crack cocaine into the Grove Street community is part of their strategy to wipe the GSF out. Like all gangs in GTA San Andreas, the Ballas have 3 skins that walk and drive around their territories. The first member wears a black pinstriped beanie, a purple prolapse jacket, beige khaki pants, sunglasses, and black and white high-top sneakers. The second member is overweight, wears a purple bandana, a chore coat, similar to what ex-GSF member B-Dup wears, black jeans and white sneakers. The last member sports a purple bandana, white t-shirt, purple khaki shorts, knee-high white socks and sandals. Sometimes, a pedestrian will drive a Balla vehicle. He may look normal, but Grove Street will shoot at his vehicle and blow it up. He also appears if the Ballas have no more turf. This happens because the GSF will shoot at any Tahoma or Majestic passing on their turf, because the gang will mistake it for the Ballas even if a regular pedestrian is driving the aforementioned cars. Wrong Side of the Tracks is a mission in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas given to Carl Johnson by Big Smoke. If the player fails the mission by losing the train, Big Smoke will shout, "All we had to do was follow the damn train, CJ." Due to the difficulty of the mission, leading to many players failing it multiple times, this line became very famous among fans of the Grand Theft Auto series to the point of becoming an internet meme. It is possible to use Big Smoke's Glendale to chase the Vagos, however this is not recommended as the Glendale can barely handle off-road well as the Sanchez, and it is too big and it could be prone to being hit by a train if in a wrong area. This is one of the first missions to take Carl out of Los Santos and into Red County. If the player abandons the Sanchez after killing the Vagos, it will still appear in the mission's final cutscene. The Vagos in this mission are more durable than normal as they take nearly 4 times the shots taken normally. This mission is referenced in the gold medal objectives for the Grand Theft Auto 5 mission Derailed, where the player has to follow a train on a dirt bike. If they manage to land on top of the train on their first attempt, they will achieve the better than CJ objective. The Grove Street Families is an African-American street gang and one of the oldest street gangs in Los Santos, San Andreas. They are the sworn enemy of the Ballas, an intense and ongoing rivalry as part of the Ballas Grove Street War. The families also maintain rivalries with the 2 Mexican gangs in Los Santos, the Los Santos Vagos and the Barrios Los Aztecas. They are headed by Sean Sweet Johnson and Carl Johnson, Lance Ryder Wilson and Melvin Big Smoke Harris. GSF members drive the Greenwood, Voodoo, and Savannah. In the beginning of the game, Grove Street members are mostly unarmed, with some carrying pistols or Tech 9s. If the player sprays over all tags in Los Santos, they will wield Desert Eagles, SMGs, and knives instead. The Grove Street families consider the Ballas to be their sworn enemies, and the two were often at war for territory before the GSF's loss of prominence in the city, and again after they begin their revival. This rivalry is often thought to be inspired by Los Angeles's Bloods and Crips gangs. Violence in Los Angeles hit a peak during the early 90s crack epidemic, a situation mirrored in 1992's Los Santos. The Ballas are a gang featured in GTA San Andreas, serving as the primary threat and becoming the main enemies of the game. The Ballas are based on the Bloods, but their gang colors are based on the Grape Street Crips. The Ballas have been around since the 1970s. Specific information regarding where or how they formed is unknown. Their rivalry with GSF is based on the rivalry of Los Angeles gangs the Bloods and Crips. Violence hit a peak in Los Angeles in the early 90s due in part to the crack epidemic. The Ballas gang member with the purple shirt, the black beanie and black glasses resembles the carjackers that killed Kane's cousin and menace to society. During 1992, the Ballas attempted to assassinate Grove Street family's leader Sean Johnson in an attempt to take over Grove Street territories. Using a green saber, the Ballas performed a drive-by shooting on the Johnson house. However, instead of killing Sweet, the Ballas instead killed his mother, Beverly. Despite their rivalry with the Los Santos Vagos on the streets, influential members from the Ballas and the Vagos maintain a business partnership for the interest of money and drugs.